Okay, let's bring out our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. Okay, what's your name?
Not the audacity is crazy.
What's your name?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Ma'am, don't do that. You just came out here. Don't do that. Don't do that. We've already seen that they have popped on the last two. Okay, the first one was beautiful. The second one was beautiful. Don't come out here with the attitude, because we will pop.
Alicia, how old are
Okay?
you?
I just turned 29 last week.
Okay,
Happy
we
birthday.
doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you do?
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
in sports marketing.
We doing
Okay. What are some things you like to do for fun?
Okay, so I love powerlifting. That's like my go-to. I train Muay Thai.
You train what?
I train Muay Thai. I don't know. I really like to draw. I'm not good at it. I like hiking and being in nature. I don't know, just like vibing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you look for in a man?
I don't know, definitely. I'm more of a personality girly.
Okay.
So like you have to be funny and like enjoyable to be around and not like too serious,
Mhm.
but like also have your life together. So like not too unserious. But yeah, I'm a personality girly, so I can't really like, it's not that tangible.
Okay. Okay. And what are some deal breakers?
Needs therapy or not currently in therapy. I really value someone who can look intrinsically and understand themselves. If you can't communicate, I don't do, if you immediately get upset and block me or disappear, gotta go.
Okay.
If you're not into anything active, like you don't have to necessarily be a power lifter, but like play basketball or like go for a hike, just something like take care of yourself to some extent.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. No
I
problem.
guess I do know actually. So.
All right. We got some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. All right. Your name and age?
I'm Sammy. I'm 30.
Okay. Sammy, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You're beautiful. I think you have a great aesthetic, and you have great energy. I do think you're a little bit all over the place for me. I think there's just a lot going on and pulling you in different directions. I would like my girl to be a little bit more focused and centered in different ways. Also, like I don't. One of the statements that you made, I didn't understand. You said you didn't want somebody to automatically like block you or and it's like, why are people blocking you? Like I don't know. Like so I don't know. It's just a lot.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like red flags to me. It sounds like red flags to me. I can see them all when she made that statement like, yeah, you just automatically blocked. What did you do to get blocked? Automatically. Like, I didn't know phones could just automatically block. Hey, Google, block this number. Like, does it work like that?
There's just a lot for
somebody
me,
let me know. Does it work
but I
like
think you're
that?
gorgeous.
Can
I
you be
think
like,
you're
hey Siri, I need you to block this number for me. I don't need no phone calls to come through.
That's fair.
Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I don't really have a type though. I'm like more personality, but it's like I'm not unattracted to you.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good. Thank
And
you.
I like the sunglasses.
Thank you.
That is the second time I have watched Pop the Balloon and somebody said that they don't have a type. I want to see how the men react to it, because when women hear that a guy doesn't have a type, they want him to know what he wants out of life and be able to determine and decide who he wants.
Indoors is crazy. I like this one.
Defining what they want
All
in a
right,
type.
your
So
name
a
and
woman saying
age,
they not
and
have a
why did
type,
you end up
I
popping your
wonder
balloon?
how these guys are going to react.
My name is Walter, and I am 32. And I popped my balloon because I the whole outfit. I'm not feeling that jacket, and then
This is my favorite jacket.
see, yeah, that's yeah. And then I kind of initially kind of like, why are people blocking you? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on for you to even make that statement?
You know, he been piggybacking off my man next to him on some of these statements when it comes to some of these women I don't like that.
Mhm.
Formulate
So
your
that
own
must mean
decision.
something's going on, and I do
Don't just be
also think you're
piggyback.
like
You didn't piggyback twice
great energy,
already.
but like more
Twice
like
you didn't piggyback.
jittery, like jitty, 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 you know, and which is cool, but it just ain't for me. You know, I'm like more chill.
Okay. All right. So,
Oddly enough, I am very like all over the place. I have high energy. I love just talking, just like live, laugh, love, unironically,
Sure.
ironically enough. But I do tend to end up with guys who are more reserved and kind of like the opposite of me.
Mm.
I don't know, maybe I just like gravitate towards the balance, but I
Mhm.
do understand why that would be the complete opposite of you and why that might not be like your vibe.
No, for sure. Yeah, you have great energy though and great smile. So
Thank
good luck
you.
for sure.
and then let's go down over here. Your name and age.
My name is Jay, and I'm 31.
All right. And Jay, why did you end up popping your balloon?
It was the tattoos on the hands. I mean, I can't bring.
These are fire. You have lost your mind.
I just can't bring that home to my mom.
Can we like pause?
Now they look good. I'm pretty sure they look
What
good.
are
It's just
they?
I just can't bring it home to my mom's.
That's
You know,
crazy.
So
They're my favorite. Oh my gosh, I love those tattoos. I actually got like to speak to me being all over the place. I got them impulsively
yeah,
all at once, and I just
Yeah.
loved. I was literally planning out what I wanted
Mhm.
while they were actively
Right.
tattooing this because.
Wow.
Oh,
but everything else look good on you. Everything else, your
Thank
smile,
you.
your eyes, your hair, you look good.
This is the pure definition of spontaneous. This person right here, just spontaneous, free spirit, just unfocused, just everywhere. Like what the first two guys were saying, just everywhere. I wanted to give her a chance and be like, well, maybe she just, maybe she just come off like that. But nah, just hearing more about it, she is definitely spontaneous, free spirit, go with the flow. That I don't have a type. That's those. I don't have a type. I go with the
I like your
flow,
outfit.
Thank you.
spontaneous. Let's do it. Let's
And now is he someone that's your type?
yes, just everywhere, everything, all
I
things.
like probably not like off the bat, but I'm more of like a conversationalist. Like, so maybe like it's hard for me to say based. I don't judge people based off of like.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm really a personality girly.
For sure, for sure.
We did get a pop back here. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm Jesse. I'm 31. Well, like basically, like the last thing you said, I noticed you said like impulsively. So like, it made me think that you are that person that is very impulsive, and with that can, because I used to be really impulsive,
Yeah.
and so that just is a plethora of things that could go wrong. I don't want to say that's the reason you maybe get blocked, or maybe you might do something impulsive. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah. And I don't know, in your tattoos, I like them, but it's kind of giving me like, I don't know, I feel like you're like really are you into horoscopes?
No, I'm not like an astrology girly.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not. into
But
that,
anyways, but it was mainly just an impulse thing. You're beautiful. I wish I could like see more of like your physique. Because you say like powerlifter, so I'm assuming you got some like a nice physique, but I can't tell. Because the jacket is cool though. But yeah.
Fair
All
enough.
right. Now is he someone that's your type? And
Tell her to take the jacket off and do a
your
360.
conversation,
Tell her
but
to
you
take
know,
the
if
jacket
he
off
approached you,
and
that's
do a
something you would go for.
one-time round.
I wouldn't say
Come
no.
on.
Okay.
Do the one time around.
That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
you're beautiful though. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And we got one more down there. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Kevin. I'm 31 years old, and I popped because like your face card is super valid. It's just like not the fit, but the jacket. It's like I can't really see what you're working with, so it's like I don't know. And I kind of like my girl's like a little more like slim, you know what I'm saying? But you cute as hell though. But it's really just the jacket. It's like I mean the fit is cool, but I don't know why you put that jacket on. Though. You shouldn't have did that. You should have put that jacket on.
Okay.
Shouldn't have did it.
Why my man so straight to the point with it though? Why he so straight to the point? Like he really telling these people what it is with no regard. He already told the last lady and the one before that. Now he telling this young lady, look, I don't even know why you even put that jacket on. I can't even see what you working with. God damn, why my man looking so hard at her? Look at my man the yellow cap on. He looking hard. Look, y'all don't see him? Look at her. He looking real hard trying to see what's up under that jacket. Real hard. But I agree with him. That's her favorite jacket. I guess she thought it was gonna be lucky today and it was gonna give her something. Or, maybe she a little bit
I'll
ashamed
tell
of
you
her
why I put the
physique
jacket
or
on.
whatnot. And
One
she
of my
covering it
friends
up.
told me that I'm
Hey,
looking
you know
super
what?
pale
I don't
right
know.
now.
But let's
And
find
And
out
they
how the
said
rest
that I
of this
need like a pop of
conversation
color
go.
because if I wore all black, it would be like tragic.
it's
So
not even the color of the jacket. It's just like it's
I
super
like
big.
the
It's like a big ass jacket. Like
I'm into like more streetwear vibes. So like you probably wouldn't like my day-to-day outfits.
that's cool, like on the day to day, but I don't know you, so I'm trying to get to know you. So I would want
You're
to see
trying to
what you.
get to know me by knowing what my body looks like.
I mean, of course, I gotta be attracted to you initially, right?
If you had a balloon, I would.
Why? Because I want to see what your body look like.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
I'm saying, I mean, if I'm gonna be with somebody, I want to know what they look like, right?
I mean, okay.
I wouldn't wanna just-
So now,
I mean, just saying, like,
is he someone that's your type?
Now you see that? You see how Arlette controlled the conversation? And it's not an other comparison or whatever. But I watch other shows and by far, they have the most shows and everything because it's the content. But she controls the show. Like all that back and forth, we just not having that. We will cut this conversation off and we're gonna keep it moving. See, I like that. Control. You're the host. Control the flow of the show. I'm not calling any other channels out. I actually am, but control the flow of the show. That's all you gotta do. Control the
it's
flow.
giving Kevin Gates a little bit.
Gates.
Yeah, a
My
little
name is
bit.
Kevin though.
Okay, period.
Hold on, Kevin Gates is
So
light skinned though.
Kevin Gates,
He light skinned.
you like kind of resemble him a little bit.
He
It's not in a
got
bad way. I
curly
love him.
hair. Like I've
I'm
never heard
sorry.
that. That's Kevin Gates.
I
Just
didn't mean
saying.
it.
No, I'm
like,
not taking offense, but it's just like it's like me calling you like you giving Kelly Rowland a little bit. It's like, huh? It'd be like, what? You see what I'm saying?
My man is hilarious, dog. Why she say he look like Kevin Gates? That boy don't look nothing like Kevin Gates. He don't look nothing like Kevin Gates. But are you saying he like Kevin Gates because of the tattoos? He don't look nothing like Kevin Gates, bro. Heck no, that is the bad comparison. Y'all tell me if y'all think he look like Kevin Gates. Cause she sure don't look like Kelly Rowland. She sure don't look like Kelly Rowland, but she bad. She bad, but she don't look like Kelly Rowland. Not at all. Not by a long shot. That's a bad comparison. I mean, I know he was joking, but that's a bad comparison. He could have used somebody else.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Thank you.
you cool. Though.
I don't know, but somebody else. Not Kelly
Okay,
Rowland.
we've got
I like her.
two
I like
guys
Kelly Rowland,
left.
not Kelly Rowland.
Go ahead and ask them a question. We might as well stay over here. There's only these two.
What do you look for the most or value the most in a partner?
I'll start with him and go back. Your name and age, and what do you value most or look for in a partner?
Kevin, 33. And what I'm looking most in a partner is communication. That's one thing that I learned. That's the foundation of any relationship, especially if it's long distance. At the end of the day, like if the communication is not there, I can see where a bunch of miscommunication, complications, anything along the relationship that can cause obstacles can come into play. So communication.
Okay. Name and age and answer to her question.
Franzi, 33. A woman who's I'm looking for a woman who knows what she wants. She got something going for herself. What else? She's got emotional intelligence. She knows what she wants. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. Any other questions for the guys?
Yeah. What would you consider your biggest opportunity for personal growth?
Okay.
Biggest opportunity for personal growth. Okay, so I got my career, you know, and my career, you know, my aviation, and I got my business that's up and coming. My as far as that goes, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. You know, I'm reading, so you know, I'm still trying to grow as you know as life goes on. So if that answered your question,
Okay.
yeah.
No, actually, I'm sorry. That was more about like your career, but like as a person, like as an individual. Out like I know that a lot of people value your career and blah 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 in like today's society, but like just generally as an individual, what do you think like
Things I can
does that
work
make
on.
yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Things I can work on. Um, I'd say better communication. That's important. So I've had, you know, some communication issues back then, and so I know that's important. So I like to, you know, be stronger at communicating with my partner.
Okay. That answers it now?
Mhm.
Okay. What about over here?
I would have to say my faith in God. I don't know if you're a religious person or not,
I just got
but
baptized a couple months ago.
all right, sweet, congratulations. But I would say my faith because I had a traumatic experience about 2 years ago when my brother passed. Praying, and then a few months after that, my cousin passed, and so I didn't give up on God, but my faith did decrease. So that's something that I'm constantly working on now, as far as my prayer life. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right. Guys, any questions for her?
What are some things that you you like to growth?
Um, I I think I could hone in. Oh, sorry. I think that I could hone in a bit more on kind of. I could have a better understanding of who I want to be and who I am.
Hmm.
I to their point am very impulsive. Like I really enjoy living in the moment, and I really value that for like my history and my environment that I grew up in. I really value just like being comfortable and being who I am in the moment. But I do understand why a lot of people are kind of like taken back by that, because it's the opposite of what most people strive to be to some extent, right? But yeah, I at the end of the day, like I don't know, I work really hard to be a good person and maintain my values and my morals, and I'm like really major empath, so I like actually that's my other one. Like I am a little too understanding, because I can see I feel like I can see through people and understand like why they're acting the way they are. But my problem is I use it to justify their behavior rather than just understanding and saying that's not for me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions here?
Yeah. So when it comes to a long-term partnership, what are your key values?
Definitely you have to be able to communicate. Like I'm a very anxious person just generally. Like I don't want to have to guess what you're feeling or guess what you're thinking. I would rather hear a hard truth than try to make something up in my own head and fill in the blanks. So I really value communication, maybe even over communication. I forgot what the question was halfway through that. What was it? One
When it comes to a long-term partnership, what are your key values?
more time? Okay, and then just kindness and maintaining your own person. I have dated some men who have kind of tried to morph into me and, like take on my values and take on my hobbies and my beliefs. And I want someone who is just comfortable in who they are, and we connect as as separate individuals together. You know what I mean? And then outside of that, maybe just like, or aside from that, maybe just like faith, to your point. Like I just got baptized. I'm really making strides in like my relationship with my God. And I also understand that everybody has a different God, right? Like even if we're in the same religion, everyone's understanding and interpretation is slightly different. And just like understanding that and valuing and appreciating someone's other version of faith. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I do have to throw this question in there because something came up the last round. So are kids a deal breaker for you?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
I don't have any, but
You don't have any.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You want? Okay. Go ahead. I think you should mention this.
How many? How many? Don't.
Is a limit a deal breaker?
Oh my God.
Hey, thank you, Arlette. Thank you for bringing that out, because I mean, man, like, if she would have got up there and didn't ask the question about kids, my man probably was gonna skate with these 6 kids on her, and he wasn't gonna say nothing. I think that is something you should say up front. You shouldn't just let that just sit by the wayside and don't say nothing about having kids.
If you gotta
Especially when you got
ask,
6.
how many baby moms?
Because that's a number.
You gotta think about
That is
it.
a huge
No,
number.
I'll throw up.
4.
Baby moms or kids?
Baby moms.
Yeah.
The woman was too stunned to speak respectfully. Are you serious?
Yeah.
He looking for a 5th baby mama. What?
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm
absolutely
just
not.
kidding.
That was in my younger days. That's something that I can believe we can have a conversation on the side. But
How old are they? If that's
my oldest is 13. Got twin 7 years old. 6, 5, 4. 5 girls, 1 boy.
5 and 4 with 2 different people.
5 girls
Oh,
and 1 boy. So 4 women and children. The mother of my children.
okay.
Is that a deal breaker? I respected it so. But I like it.
Yeah, I'm so
You're hesitating
sorry.
too long.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna give it to you, the
Yeah,
pot.
go
I like your
I'm
vibe.
literally so sorry.
No,
That sucks that like it's literally like past experiences that are,
understandable.
but like beautiful at the same time, you know?
Most definitely. I like everything about it. I like the tattoos. I don't know what my boy down
Crazy.
there was talking about, but
Crazy.
I like the tattoos.
He's just making
I
up
like the fit.
excuses back there.
I don't care what the body look like, but the face is there. So it is what it is. But thank you.
All right, got our one last guy here. Now, is he someone that's your type?
Maybe. I don't do physical types.
I mean, based off of what you've heard from him so far, did you like what you
Oh
heard?
yeah, actually, you know what? The communication thing really took me out the game, because that's like just knowing my personality, I would have about 5 different heart attacks trying to get you to communicate. If that's where you struggle, you can pop it.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine. I won't be
I mean, that was my past. So, I done grown past, that issue that I had, so
Okay.
I'm in a better place now.
here. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that that's something you're still like actively.
Does she even understand the question she asked? Does she understand the question that she asked? Okay. And he said that was his past. She's so focused on what he did versus where he's at now. And because she could have simply just asked him the question, you were saying that your communication was such and such. How is your communication now that you're today?
No,
right now.
No. That
would have been a
that's
more
something in my past,
appropriate
so
question than
I'm
to
in a much
sit
more
there
better
and
place now.
assume
Okay.
that his
Yeah, why not?
communication is still bad.
We tried. You didn't like that response. I can tell you didn't like that response.
Okay, well,
All right, so I found some hesitation on her end. Do you feel like popping? Are you hanging on to it?
I mean, she cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling her, but there was a little hesitation on her end.
Yeah.
So I don't want, if somebody's into me, they're gonna be into me. There's no hesitation. They're gonna let it be known.
Mhm.
So it just seemed like she's not for sure about what she wants.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead. All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's head on back.
At least I know my personality's the problem. No, I'm kidding.
All right, well, that's all the balloons pop. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for her, guys. I'll take the mic. Thank you.